another episode of Corner Talk. We're going to do something a little different. We're going to bring it from you from a non-participant's perspective, man. He's a fan of the league. He's got a hell of a lot of boxing experience. He's helping out a lot of the young guys. Ladies and gentlemen, someone, a beloved member of my family, Mr. Corn himself, man. How you doing today, sir?
All right.
How you doing? Hey, I want you to get your play right away. I know your history. Yeah. Coach Mike coaching you right here. Blackburn in the building. I want to ask you, man, how you feel about this movement? You know, you get a lot of debates about real boxing and what we're doing, and you've been on both sides of the fence. I mean, how you feel about it?
Well, I feel ever since I came on, I was actually impressed, you know, to see guys with no experience to get in there and not have the level of experience most guys have before they actually take on one fight, or better yet, even spar. So I watched it for a while during the COVID, and once it was over with, you know, I got a couple calls to come check it out, and I came and checked it out because I was already impressed, you know, with the footage and videos I had been seeing. So pretty much came on off of that.
So coming from where you come from, doing the rec centers, competing amateurs, sparring and working out with a lot of pros, man. And we get a lot of debate, man. We got a kickback. Some lot positive, occasionally some negative about what we doing, man. You know, how do you view it? How do you view it? Is this a negative thing to you? What is this?
It's really, for me, it's something positive in regards of comparison with like the amateur and pro. You know, I've seen that issue with what is a real boxer and what's a fake boxer. To me, you get in that ring,
punches a punch.
Punches a punch.
Absolutely.
You
right.
don't get no more real than that.
Absolutely.
And then I think with time, a lot of the veteran coaches and boxers, you know, that wave of theirs passed them by.
Yeah.
And when you see new talent coming along, it's hard for you to not give your opinion about it.
Right.
But you still have to give them an opportunity to experience the same thing you have, and just be able to grow, have their own growth with it.
Right.
So to, you know, come with negative energy on the league, to me, that's just whack. You know, you have to allow people to have the same growth that you have. Like I said, that wave went for a lot of people. You didn't, you know, take it to the levels you want to take it, and it failed for you. Didn't work.
Right.
So you have to me, go the extra mile to, you know, humble yourself enough to where you're not so judgmental on the league. You know, new fighters coming.
Got you. So when you say things, I mean, so how do you feel about the city, Boxnet City? Columbus has always been known as a fighting town, man. A lot of boxes. I literally just watched Shannon Briggs talk about that, right? You know, Ohio, the fights from Ohio, named off a handful of fights off the top of his head about great Ohio fighting. And we seem that maybe we've not lived up to that standard as previously been said, man. How do you feel about the city's boxing and the up and coming ones in comparison to the history of it?
Well, currently, even, you know, you look at, I mean, boxing been dead for a while. So with this league, it like was the, you know, defibrillator to come back and bring it back to life.
Absolutely, I agree.
You know? So yeah, I think with something new, you're gonna have a lot of people's opinion about it. And at the end of the day, you know, heck, you know, Jesus performed miracles.
You're right.
They crucified him.
Yeah.
So this league performing miracles for people. So you know, it's gonna get the same kickback.
Absolutely. So these guys come to you and they ask you, and they you know your history, and you know I big you up all the time. Again, I said definitely a beloved member of my family, and they ask you for pads, and you comfortable sharing your expertise.
Yeah, I mean it gets me excited. I mean, for a person to come up to me asking me for some pads,
Right.
And like I said, I was a fan before I was actually involved in the league. So with me being a fan, and then you know AR and Flight, and you and everyone opened the doors for me to come on board. It was like I was more coming on as a fan, not as a you know, a past boxer or a trainer or a coach or whatever. It was more like I'm geeked. You know, I mean, maybe the second or third show, I went up to, you know, I'm like, hey, you need anything?
Absolutely,
let me know.
absolutely.
You know,
He's done this plenty of times in the past. He walked right up to me, man. This is my guy. He was like, yo, what you need? I got you. When you see this, man, you've been in the building. You've been at the event. Some people only watching on YouTube or they watch the live. Feel free. Any event that we have, there's a live. It's a pay-per-view link. It's in the Facebook page. You've been in the building. You felt that energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give these people an idea. The ones that's hesitant, like, should I come, should I not?
Yeah.
Tell them what they missing, man.
Yeah,
Tell 'em
it's no, it's to see it on film is an amazing thing, but to actually come to the show and see the energy of the crowd and seeing the involvement of the fighters and even, you know, doing pad work with them before they go in there.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's something that
Yeah.
you can't experience on film.
Absolutely.
You gotta, you know, come out to the show. and see.
Absolutely. Come to the show. Come to the event. I mean, even if you don't want to come to the show, you got school drives coming up. We do a lot of things for the community, whether you see it publicly or not. The ones that need it, the ones that we touching, they see us and they feel us, and that's important to us. Whether some people view it or don't view it, no one always bring the cameras, but we always bring our love, we always bring our heart, we always bring a good intention and good energy. Let me ask you, any fights jump out? I know you said you've been to a few before you even got involved. Any fights jump out that you were just like, oh man, that was a good one, or that just pops right in your head, man?
Man, honestly, like most of the fights, you know, I'm a fan of just seeing new talent and seeing the growth of people. And to me, that's like watching your baby grow up.
Right,
You know, it go
right,
from
right.
wearing Pampers to crawling to crawling to walking, and to see a lot of the fighters, you know, grow.
Yeah.
And watch their first fight and see the development from
Yeah.
you know, their second and every fight after that. Like I said, it just has I'm more of a fan,
I
especially with
appreciate
the
that.
female.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate
That
that.
female love is just something that really has really made me more
Yeah.
influenced just to see females get in there because, you know, females, it's like, you know, they can get it in too.
So you encourage the females to
Oh,
come
all
out
day.
if you're looking at this and you
All
think about
day.
it. Come in. So I ain't left you off the hook that fucking easy, God. You know, you my guy, man. So I'm gonna come right to it, man. You was in the building. You seen the Bishop and Chef fight. Did that go how you expected? What did you think?
I was really biased with it just because of being, you know, involved with boxing for so long. I know boxing is something you can't always predict. I mean,
Right.
And I was actually, like I said, impressed on Bishop's part just because he showed up for a fight.
Right. Absolutely.
And you know, you know, he entertained all of us with the videos. I mean,
Yeah. Definitely.
and
Definitely.
to see him actually get in there, I just saluted him.
Yeah.
And then seeing Chef
Salute.
box, it was like I didn't know what was gonna,
Yeah.
you know, come
Yeah.
out of it. But I was very impressed with both of them. And I think the one thing that really got me aside the fight was to see two business-minded men, entrepreneurs,
Right.
shake up after the fight.
That's huge. I mean, I can't stress that enough. A lot of the things y'all see tends to die right out after the fight. It's like the final bell, it clicks, and as you see men respecting men, and I really admire that. And let me, man. So I'm not gonna. Again, we gonna talk our shit today, man. You was in the building for the CP and Neil fight. What you feel?
I was, like I said, once again impressed, and actually shocked, you know, because Neil, even what he was going up against, he still got back up, and you know,
Right.
what happened. But
Okay.
with boxing, for me, it's not about how good you is, not about always your wins. It's about when you get knocked down, you know, can you
Yeah.
get back up?
Absolutely, man.
And that impressed me because that's where you gotta dig deep inside you and pull out something.
Shout out to that guy, man. He's anxious to get back in here. He chomping
Yeah,
at the
oh,
bit.
yeah.
So he scored out Chef, man. He said he
Yeah.
want this work, man.
Yeah.
What you think about it, though? Fuck them. Let's
That-
talk about me and you. We
that-
in the car bullshit.
That's gonna be a good.
That's gonna be a
You
good
know
one.
what I'm saying?
Got a
Because,
prediction? Got a prediction?
I think if Neil take the time out and relax, it'll be a different fight.
Don't mind some.
And he actually, you know, can get his shots off. But then on the Chef side, I've seen, like I said, he pulled something. out.
Chef has got 2 knockouts in a row.
Yeah, so that
He's got a streak. He
knockout
got a
fight.
streak. Not just victories. He'll stop
Yeah.
2 people in a row.
Yeah, so
Is Neil gonna be the third?
it's possible.
It's possible.
You know, it's definitely possible.
All right, so let's talk about the elephant in the room, man. You know, we gonna get Chef and CP in there. You got any opinions on that? I know you want to see it happen because we always want to see the bullshit.
definitely.
We always want to see it, but
That
what you
one
think?
is another one. I wanna watch, especially being here in my city, that you see how Chef trained and how his prep for the fight.
Absolutely.
Because if it's prep for the fight,
Mm-hmm.
it's good. Like in which I've been seeing, I'm more on the good side.
Okay.
That he gonna get that man problems.
Ah, there we go. See, he danced for a second,
not-
y'all. We're
and-
politically
and not
correct.
just
But
that, like,
now
you
we
know,
get in the corn.
Yeah, behind closed, ain't been televised or spoken that, I'm gonna come up here and give him some work to get him ready for.
Absolutely. I love to hear that,
Worst
man.
case
You see
scenario.
that? He dust him off. He's gonna come get us some work. And that's what it is, man. We, as older gentlemen and where we at, man, we come help the younger guys, the youth, you know what I mean? I think a lot of the guys, like you said a little too earlier, the guys see, I think they get mad, see this movement. We're not saying nothing about your time has passed. You shot your shot. You know what I mean? And now you coach another one. You know what I mean? You give so they don't make the same mistakes we made or you made or any. In that vein is how this city grows, how it becomes successful, man. So, right into it. You said you like to see the female fights. You see that you got daughters, man.
Yeah.
You got daughters. Would you allow them to fight?
I've been working with them. Yeah.
I know they still young and they're not going
I
to see
would
the ring
definitely-
anytime soon. But you're comfortable with that?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, boxing for me is not just boxing. It's also you having a life skill.
Absolutely.
So being as an adult, you're gonna go through challenges and things as an adult that's gonna put you on your back, and the only thing you're gonna have as an option is to get back up
Get
and
up,
fight.
yes.
So for me, teaching them boxing and getting them involved in boxing is not just boxing.
Yeah.
It's a life skill.
Yeah, it is. I agree wholeheartedly. Man, before we go, I wanted to just touch on that point, because we see a lot of parents that's curious. I want my kid to box, and I don't want my kid to box. Let your kid try it out. If the kid can play football, the kid can play anything. They can box, man. You put the headgear on, you put some big size gloves on them. It's a confidence building sport, man. It's like you say, there's going to be things that's going to knock you down. You have to make the choice to get back up. Boxing puts you in that mindset. It makes you know that you're still a champ. You get up, man. But yeah, I want to ask one more thing, man. You grew up around a lot of boxers, man. You put in a lot of work. Is there someone maybe this city don't know that you've seen? I remember Jafet. Jafet is a hell of a guy, man. He didn't make it. A lot of things happened that got in his path. We know about the DAs. We know about the Kings. Anybody that you've seen coming up back when we was, in Blackburn or something that you thought this kid had a shot, and maybe then.
Didn't make it. Oh, definitely Donald, the Kings, which they still, those guys is not over with them.
Right. Remember Shondell? What you think about Shondell?
Shondell,
Shondell
yes.
had
I mean, actually, me and Shondell, his amateur first fight, that was my amateur first fight.
Right, yeah.
Unfortunately, I came up with the L. And
Yeah.
He came up with the win, so
Yeah.
we shared the bond.
Excellent. He never let you forget it.
No,
That's Shondell.
no.
Rest in peace. I asked that because I want them to know that you've seen it from both sides.
Yeah.
It's not just these guys are playing boxing. There's a vernacular that these guys use, man. This is like you say, man, a punch is a punch.
Yeah.
200-pound man hit you, a 200-pound man hit you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we really want to bring that perspective from a fan, from a person that's involved. He sees the movement, man. And I admire something that he did. He saw the movement, he seen the growth, man, and he initiated the contact. Our friendship notwithstanding, he initiated the contact. Well, this is a good thing for the city and it's making moves. And I love that you did that, man. So if anybody wants to reach out to you, I know you're more than receptive to it and you here helping out. And I just want to say I appreciate you, girl. God, good luck. You know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, a different perspective of Corner Talk, from a fan perspective, from a person that's now behind the scenes a little bit. Just want to give y'all that view of what goes on. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all. Corn, thank you for coming, my guy.
Great.